BBC Television presents...
Hancock.
It's 1962, the height of the Cold War. The Russians are threatening to install their nuclear missiles on the island of Cuba. The world is living in abject terror and total annihilation lurks around every corner. People are quaking in their boots. Meanwhile, at number 23 railway cuttings...
Have you heard this joke, Hancock? What country do the Conservative Party invest in?
I don't know, Sid. Ask me another.
Cuba, of course, because the Americans think it will be worth a bomb in a few months' time.
Yes, very good. One of yours is it, Sid? Sid James, starring as Castro in Carry On Up the Cuba.
It's not one of mine, it's in the Times. It's Cuba, the atom bomb. You know, it's in the news. Supermac and all that. Our Prime Minister, Harold Harold Macmillan. The geezer with the walrus moustache. He's worried there'll be an all-out nuclear war.
Don't worry about Macmillan, Sid. He'll be out of his ear by Christmas. Well, it's all of no interest to me. If America and Russia can't get on, why should I care? We've got plenty of friends, haven't we, Sid? And there's a crust to earn. We have to put food on the table. Correction, I have to put food on the table.
So you're not worried, are you?
There's more important things to worry about, Sid. What jumper to wear in the morning, for example. Why should I be worried, Sid? America and Russia, they're 3,000 miles away. Now, if it was France planning a nuclear attack on us, I might be worried, but not that lot. There's nothing to do with us.
The Times reckon they've got nuclear weapons pointing at us as I speak.
Yes, but that's the French for you, Sid. We put too much tax on their wine and their cheese. Sacre bleu. We're asking for it, aren't we?
No, it's Russia that've got their nuclear weapons trained on us, Hancock.
Now, Sydney, what have we got that would interest that lot? Buckingham Palace, the Tower of London and St Paul's. Seen that lot and you've seen it all. Nothing else worth having.
No, they're not trying to blow up Buckingham Palace. We've got nuclear weapons as well. The Russians will attack us in case we attack them.
Ha! Since when?
Since the 1950s.
Well, no one told me.
They don't have to.
I thought this was a democracy. They're supposed to keep us informed. Yes, but we're safe in at least CHEAM. That's not a target, surely.
Apparently it's on their flight path. East CHEAM is a major target. It's in the London blast zone.
So what? It will rattle the windows a little bit, that's all. Cuba. What next? East CHEAM. Ha ha.
It'll do more than that. It will flatten the old village. I'm just telling you what's in here. You'd better read this nuclear safety leaflet.
If you hear the siren sound, put your head between your knees and sit underneath the table. I can't do both. I'm not a flaming contortionist. What are you supposed to do if you can't get your head between your knees, Sid?
Then you'll have to put your head between somebody else's knees, of course.
When did that leaflet come through the door then? It's the first I've seen of it.
About 6 months ago.
Well, why didn't you show it to me then? I could be dead. It would be too late. You'd be cowering under the table, and I'd be staring out the window, looking at the planes and burnt to a crisp.
I didn't give it to you because I didn't want to worry you. Anyway, you're not dead, are you?
Oh, I don't believe it. You're having me on. It's one of your wind-ups. Do Hattie and Kenneth know all about this nuclear stuff?
I don't know. Let's give them a ring and get them over. They'll convince you. Yes, could you come over and convince Hancock that nuclear weapons are real and we're on the verge of total destruction?
Well, that's not very cheerful, Sid. We're a comedy programme, don't forget. Oh, all right.
I've come to warn you that we were followed by a Russian bomber all the way from London, and he gave us a thumbs up when we stopped outside your house. And I put my thumbs up too and pointed. And I said, "This is the one."
Well, I wouldn't expect anything less from a traitor like you, Williams. That's just the sort of thing you would do.
How do you know it was a Russian bomber?
Well, it might have been our boys. One of ours with their hammer and sickle painting on it, I suppose. I've never been very good with aircraft. I read girls' comics like Bunty and Schoolgirls Home when I was a child. It's alright, I made it up.
Sid said you didn't believe that the nuclear bomb threat was genuine, Tony.
Where's the proof, Hattie? It's just a scare story put about by the gutter press. It's designed to make us workers afraid of our fellow comrades in the Soviet Union. It's pure propaganda. They're trying to pacify the working class, that's all. Trying to set us against one another. Hello. Would you mind just holding on for a minute? We're in the middle of a conversation about the Soviet nuclear threat. This is Harold Macmillan. It's very urgent. That is military HQ, is it? I'm in a call box in Sutton High Street. I haven't got much time. I'm running out of pennies. Have you got any more blasted pennies? Who was it, Hancock? Only Harold Macmillan. Don't laugh. Yes, the Prime Minister ringing me. Tony Hancock. Who'd have thought it? What are the chances of that happening, eh? Hang on a minute. The Prime Minister's ringing me. That is Whitehall 4561, isn't it? Just listen carefully. We need to make a retaliatory strike on Moscow. The Ruskies are planning to attack London. Have you got that? This is a code red emergency. Yes, he's Team 4561, Harold. That's a very good impersonation if I do say so myself. Do you want a job on Hancock's half hour? Now about these Huskies. Won't you speak up a bit, old man? I can't quite hear you. I'm the real Harold Macmillan. Listen carefully. I want you to do a retaliatory strike on Moscow. Did you get that? Is my voice getting through? Can you hear me? It's loud and clear over now, Harold. What do you want me to retaliate with exactly? So how do you want me to attack that cow and those Huskies?
Ooh, what's going on? Are you talking about me behind my back? And who's that on the line? Harold Macmillan? Oh, do you be ringing here? It must be a cross line. Ring the operator. No, it's probably one of Sid's mates. What about Big Bernard Breslau? He can do Macmillan when he's half cut.
Real, Kenneth. I think Russia are planning a nuclear strike, and Harold Macmillan has rung Tony by mistake. You'd better tell him he's got the wrong number, Tony.
What, does he think Hancock's got an atomic bomb or something? Where you keep it, Hancock, in the loft? Just off the toilet. I think I'll put my head down, it might be safer there.
Shh! Yes, I've got the launch codes, Harold. 46, 23, 16, 29 and 6. What did you say the bonus ball was? What are you babbling on about, man? You've got to launch in 5 minutes, and I've got to get to the shelter. Hurry up, damn you. I've got to join my wife. She's there making tea. Of course, I quite understand that, Harold. You don't mind me calling you Harold, do you? It's not quite clear. What exactly do you want me to launch? Bomb, of course. The bloody bomb. The atomic bomb. You know, boom. Just hang on there a minute. I'll see if anybody's got one. Now, have any of you got a bomb?
Now, let me see. I've got a box of Payne's fireworks, Tony, but they're at home. I can go and get them. Don't forget to tell him he's got the wrong number, though.
And I've got a box of sparklers. I'll come with you, Hattie. I do feel the need to get as far away as possible. Oh, and oh dear, I've got to nip out in the loo again. Nature calls.
No, I'm sorry, Harold. We haven't got a bomb. Can you send one over? That is military HQ, isn't it? I'm not just speaking to any old idiot, am I? Say yes, Hancock. Put the phone down and run for it. I'm not just any old idiot. I'm Tony Hancock. I'll have you know I'm a respected member of the BBC and have been for 15 years. I say, old chap, this isn't a prank call, is it? We're in the middle of an emergency. Britain is about to be annihilated. I can't help that, and I would remind you that you rang me and not the other way round. Now, if you just stay calm. It's not my fault we're all going to die. Stay calm, while me and my fellow comedians try to come up with a solution. Comedians, you say? You're supposed to be top brass at military... Wait a minute, I'm running out of pennies again. You haven't got any, have you? Have any of you got any pennies for Harold? The old fool keeps running out.
Oh, look, I've got a tenner's worth. Wait a minute, I'll run down to the call box. Oh, on second thoughts, I'll walk.
It's the one on the corner in Sutton High Street, Kenneth.
No, sod that, he'll have to get his own flaming pennies. It'll cost 5 shillings to get this written.
You'll have to call military headquarters and tell them Macmillan's got a bit confused and he's ringing you instead of them. It could be life or death, Hancock.
I don't do life or death very well, I'm off. Oh look, I think this is a number of military HQ.
Here, you do it, Sid. Is that military HQ? Oh, sorry, it's Millets, is it? Do you know the number of military HQ by any chance? Because Harold Macmillan keeps ringing us, and he thinks he's ringing military HQ. Yes, Harold, you've got to ring military headquarters. Sid's trying, but he doesn't know the number. Do you know the number? Yes, it's your number, you fool. Whitehall 4561. Stop playing games. You're military HQ. You don't have to pretend to me. Stop all this cloak and dagger stuff. I'm sorry, Harold. There's been a terrible mistake. We're not military HQ. This is East CHEAM 4561. This is number 23, Railway Cuttings, East CHEAM. Where is military HQ? Yes, you're quite right. It's not number 23, Railway Cuttings. It's number 30, Railway Cuttings. They are in deep disguise. No one is supposed to know. Go across the road and tell them, my good man. Sid, go across the road to number 30 and tell them I've got Harold Macmillan on the line and he's having kittens. And they've got to launch a missile attack on Russia straight away.
Oh, it's all right, Sid. I'll go across the road. I could do with a breath of fresh air.
Did you get to speak to Charlie, Kenneth?
I don't know about anything else, but I felt a proper Charlie. No, Charlie isn't in, apparently it's his evening all. But they say they'll launch a missile attack in 5 minutes anyway. They've got a job lot. Stick your fingers in your ears, because it'd make a terrible bang. I'll go upstairs and watch, like November the 5th.
Hello. Is that the funny little man I've been talking to? Well, panic's over. Russia aren't attacking after all. What do you mean they aren't attacking? You've been telling us to fire a bomb for the last 5 minutes. And it's too late. They're firing a missile as we speak. You told me to. That's the last time I vote for your lot, I can tell you. False alarm, apparently.
Oh, no, it isn't. The people at number 30 are about to fire an atomic missile at Russia. We'll be annihilated in a retaliatory strike.
No, they ain't. Harold Macmillan's got it all mixed up. It's not number 30. That's old Mr. and Mrs. Jenkinson. I've just been across the road. I thought you said you went to military HQ and it was number 30, Williams.
Oh no, of course it isn't. Don't be so bloody stupid. I was messing about. Oh, and I do a good Macmillan, don't I? You can stick it in Hancock's half hour. Sid said you needed a lesson on nuclear weapons, so you'll take them more seriously now, won't you, Tony?
Just wait till I get hold of you, Williams.